Welcome to Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, your Day with a Podcast, brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Check out their brand new updated website at cowboystatedaily.com. Also being brought to you by WYDOT. Check the latest road conditions before heading on out. Well, folks, lots of photos coming from central Wyoming, which seemed to be the epicenter of the storm in terms of the heaviest snowfall. Thanks, Chris and Casper, for sending this photo. Casper pretty much shut down. But there is a break in the weather coming. Now, it's going to be slow to evolve, not a rapid change in the weather, but slowly but surely we're going to crawl out of this stormy pattern as the storm is moving into the upper Midwest and northern plains states and moving away rather quickly. It will leave behind, though, a chilly air mass. We'll still have brisk winds in many areas, but we will have improving weather conditions. We'll have a few lingering mountain snow showers possible today, some showers in parts of mountains and western slope of Colorado, but not too much going on. Temperatures are going to slowly moderate, especially heading into tomorrow and Friday. Snow cover, as we showed you yesterday, will throttle the warm-up. That's a lot of snow right there. It's got to melt and settle, and the extensive snow cover will affect temperatures regionally. If you don't have snow cover, no problem to warm up. No major storm systems are expected through the weekend and all the way through Monday, so a decent Easter weekend coming on up, especially compared to what we've been through. And the pattern is changing. Slowly but surely, we are looking at things a little less like winter and a little more like spring. And it's a little late in coming, but it'll be really good for everybody's mental health for sure. Well, here's some photos from Casper. There's like a refrigerator just out the front door there in Casper where the drifting took place. Also, just a tremendous amount of snow. Then you take a look at the drifting on top of that. That's not a ruler. That's a yardstick. Taking a look at the satellite photos today, we can see the storm now up into eastern areas of North Dakota moving away. You can see there's not a lot going on right now from the west coast through the Rockies. This low pressure up here is going to kind of spin around for a few days. So that will allow high pressure to build across the Intermountain West. It's not going to be a perfect weather pattern at the end of the week and over the weekend. We'll have some breezy areas, but overall, compared to where we've been, things are looking much, much better. On the 500 millibar chart, you can see by noon today, that low is up into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. We're still going to have severe weather out here in the Plain States today, shifting a little bit more to the east. There you can see the severe weather risk from Texas to Detroit, up to Toronto, then up into western areas of New York State. This green area right here shows the instability, a few isolated thunderstorms in Utah and portions of Colorado. Now, as we go ahead and look forward to what we're going to see as we head on into tomorrow, we start to see high pressure building on in. We see a series of lows, weak lows, that'll go up in the Pacific Northwest, up into western areas of Canada. But this high pressure ridge going to be able to beat back some of these lows coming out of this low up into the Gulf of Alaska. And then you can see here by Monday morning, southwest winds aloft will bring in some warmer air. This high pressure ridge will bring fair weather into the region. So beginning really, especially on Friday, through Easter weekend and into Monday, we're going to see this high pressure build in, and really a lot of a warmer air mass will be pushing across the country in this pattern from this type of weather pattern change that's going on here. Certainly looking a little bit more like spring. So I'm going to step you through the temperatures now as we go forward. Here we are with today's temperature anomalies, so you can see how far the cold is. You can see the contrast where there's going to be severe weather today. But as we go into Friday, notice temperatures warm up except where the deeper snow cover is right there. This is Friday. Now this is by Easter Sunday. By Easter Sunday, warming up in a lot of areas, except where you see the snow cover. By Monday, really warming up. Snow cover really beginning to break down. Still very stubborn in some areas, especially North Dakota, Northeast South Dakota, and parts of central and southwestern areas of Wyoming. So if you want the warmest temperatures, get out of those areas where there's deep snow cover, and that's going to be a few days. Look at these temperatures. This is the forecasted high temperature for Monday across the region. Look how warm it gets down here in West Texas and southern New Mexico. Very warm conditions down there. And then you can really see the regional impacts of the snow cover. These are temperatures by Tuesday. Upper 80s and lower 90s in southeast Colorado, the panhandles, Really don't want to see it that warm. They need rain down here badly. But this warming trend going to really be a significant one. So look where we could see some 70s. This area right here by early next week. So warmer spring-like weather is coming. And I wanted to just show you, we all know this, but I just want to show you the data so far in terms of how cold it's been. This is since January 1st. This is Wyoming. These are the temperature anomalies since the 1st of the year through the 3rd of April. And you can see the Wind River Basin, Fremont, Sweetwater, Uintah counties, Sublette counties, back into here where the coldest temperatures have been, but the entire state of Wyoming has been below average. Some areas, just really off the charts cold since the beginning of the year. This is really since the beginning of winter, going back to December 5th. So if you feel a little snake bit in some parts of western and southwest and central Wyoming, well, you have been in terms of the cold. Regionally, this is what it looks like temperature anomaly-wise since the 1st of the year. So the entire region, with a couple of exceptions, much colder than average. For the nation, it's the west that's been cold, the east the exact opposite since the beginning of the year and since the beginning of winter. You can see how cold this has been so far this winter season. But now we're starting to finally see something looking like spring. This recent storm highlights the fact that we need more precipitation data. We need more volunteers for the CocoRaHS program. And as we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, we need observers in Uintah, Bighorn, and Niobrara counties. But observers are needed everywhere. And this last big storm, a great example when we need to have accurate measures of spring precipitation. Have folks out there with a rain gauge. Contact Tony at the University of Wyoming or go to CocoRaHS, as you see the website address down here, to sign up. Again, these are areas where they're looking for volunteers, but volunteers anywhere are needed. So sign up. It's fun. And now that we're getting into the time of year where we get more precipitation, into the spring and summer season, it's fun to be a reporting weather station with these rain gauges. So sign up for CocoRaHS if you get a chance. Here's just an example. This is from yesterday morning of reporting stations as of 7 a.m. of the storm and where the storm was the most impactful, where the heaviest precipitation fell. So we know when we go to update drought and do those types of things, we have the good data. Have yourself a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.